Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
NSD Productions.
7 Mile Radio.
Papa.
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
It is Wednesday, y'all, and we are back for another episode of Truth Podcast. It's your girl Penelope, and I got Mac with me. What's up, Mac?
We out here in this motherfucker. What's up?
Celebrating pre-Turkey Day, right?
Pre-gobble, gobble, gobble, gobble. Who
Yeah.
cooking chitlins? That's all I want to know.
Oh, no.
I love the pork. I love the pig.
No comment.
You eat bacon?
I eat bacon.
You eat bacon, but you won't eat their intestines?
I used to when I was younger, though. We used to, my parents cooked them and put a little hot
I
sauce
got a
on
better
them.
one for you, D-Mac. You eat breakfast sausage links,
I love them.
but you don't eat chitlins. That's me.
I eat chitlins. I eat the sausage links. I eat
What do
chitlins.
chitlins
What I
taste?
don't
Can I ask
eat
you
on the pig is the feet, because what I'm not about to do is trust that they got all that motherfucking
You might as
mud out
well
your
eat the-
goddamn feet.
eat
So,
the
so the
feet.
mud doesn't. The mud bothers you, but the shit doesn't.
It doesn't, because they clean them, and then I clean them behind. Well, I don't anymore.
So you can't clean the feet.
I ain't about to clean nobody's motherfucking feet. Pig, human, animal, nobody's feet, nigga. That's the roughest part of your motherfucking body. You clean them bitches. Anyway, my bad.
No chitterlings.
What do
for me.
chitlins taste like, D-Mac?
I can't compare
Do
them
they
to
taste like
anything
bacon?
else. They don't taste like bacon. They do have a salty component. They taste like. You ever had alligator?
No.
See, you gotta try some. You gotta try some
Yeah, I
more
don't
shit.
try
You gotta
no
jump out the
exotic crazy
hood,
shit.
Martin.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
don't-
try some exotic shit. But I don't even think pig intestines are exotic. I just think they're just good. You put a little salt and pepper on them, cook them with some onions, get that little piggy taste or smell out of them and shit.
It's not exotic. It's toxic.
It is not toxic.
All
It's
I ever
only
tasted
toxic
was
if
hot
they're not
sauce.
properly cleaned. That's because you doused them with hot sauce
sure.
to kill the flavor
That
of
was
the
the only
actual
way they were gonna get ate.
chitterlink.
You're absolutely right. But
Who on
What's-
here? Sean, you don't like chitlins?
No.
Nigga.
so you cooking chitlins?
V on this motherfucker.
Cause I don't even know why we talking about that nasty, disgusting.
Listen, I look for chitterlings either on Thanksgiving or Christmas at somebody's house. I will come pay for a bowl. I need somebody to properly clean them
I told you.
and properly
That was a new one.
give them to me. Well, that sounds like the fucking toilet.
My
Nah, that was
sister
some puking.
said
I
no
got
way.
you.
That was puking.
Yeah, that was puking. That was puking.
I like chitlins. I was
But-
born and raised on chitlins.
Anyway, y'all, like we said, it is pre-Happy Turkey Day. That's right, y'all.
Gobble,
Thanksgiving
gobble.
is tomorrow, and tonight we're just gonna give thanks. You know, it's gonna be a little different tonight. Instead of the normal thing, we decided to share a few of our testimonies and just let y'all know what we thankful for.
And I'm
okay.
sorry. And we want you all. The phone lines are going to be open this entire hour, even while we're talking. Call in. Tell us how good God's been to you. Call in and tell us what you're thankful for. Call in and tell us how you're giving back to the community in a spirit of Thanksgiving. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Penelope.
That's all right. Or y'all can either call in and let us know what y'all cooking. We want to know if you got something on the menu that's not traditional. Share your dishes with us tonight. We want to know what's in the oven. We got to give a shout out to Mike and Michaela. They are not in the building tonight, but you already know we're going to hold it down for them as always.
Mike traveling with family. Michaela has a personal situation going on. Praying all is well. But we out here.
So I'm gonna kick it off, y'all. This Thanksgiving, I'm grateful for a lot of reasons. One in particular is life in general. As many of you know, some of you may not know, last year I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and glory to God, I'm still able to sit up here and share my story with y'all. So that's one thing that I'm absolutely grateful for. I'm also grateful for my family, whether they're near or far, whether we talk every day or we don't. I love each and every single one of y'all. Family is so important, especially your parents. I'm so blessed to have both of my parents here in fair health. Absolutely. This past week has kind of been very traumatic for my family. My son lost his grandmother. My son's father lost his mother. Our neighborhood lost a legend, a queen, and I lost a person that I would consider a second mom to me. She was very important. So with that being said, I want y'all to know that please do not take each other for granted. I want to say, please don't hold grudges. Don't block numbers. Pick up the phone. Check on your people. Be genuine. Be sincere, because this was completely unexpected for all of us. You are here today. I say it all the time. And you gone today. No more of that tomorrow stuff. I'm also grateful for my children. A lot of my strength comes from the Lord, but a lot of it comes from my kids, Madison and Amari. A lot of what I do. A lot of days when I don't feel well mentally, when I'm emotionally impaired, my strength comes from my kids.
Absolutely.
When I don't want to go to work, when I don't want to smile, when I don't want to save face, it comes from those 4 little feet that I work very hard to take care of each and every day. So I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful for my growth, being able to evolve, being able to learn, being able to be a coachable individual in life, to reform from what I used to be. And I'm grateful to be on the platform. Mark, Mac, for giving me a second chance, an opportunity to voice my opinion, my thoughts, turn my thoughts into actions to create change. I appreciate that. I always wanted to do this. I went to school for this. I didn't finish. But I don't need a degree to do what I love. And if it hadn't been for you handpicking me out of I don't know how many people, then I wouldn't be able to sit up here with y'all today, each and every week on 7 Mile Radio. So I'm thankful for that. I'm also thankful for my listeners. I'm thankful for a lot. So that's me. That's what I'm thankful for. That's how I'm gonna kick off my Thanksgiving. I want to share a lot of light and positivity this way. This is a very, 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 very depressive season for everybody. This is a season where we don't have a lot of loved ones, where we're missing people. Things ain't the same. The house don't smell the same. The energy is not the same, and it's hard to get up every day and go to work. It's hard to get up every day and parent and take care of yourself as an individual and keep it together. Yeah. Recently, I just walked off of one of my jobs. I had to, because it was intervening with me and my personal life and what I had going on. And we have to take care of ourselves. Yeah, so balance is key. We have to be balanced. And no amount of money can, jeopardize my sanity. Because I have to be okay. So you chose home and peace of mind over the job. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm always going to find ways to generate money. That's always going to be there. That's never going to change. Because you're a hustler. That's that Sagittarius blood. So quit playing with us out here. That I'm not worried about. But what I am worried about is us as a people. I'm worried about how we treat each other. I'm worried about our thoughts, how we move, the motion. I'm worried about our children. And if we don't do nothing else, y'all, pick up the phone and let people know how much they mean to you. Take pictures these holidays. Everybody make always memories. Asks me, why you taking pictures? Why you taking pictures? Because of times like this. Because of unexpected things like this. Because I want to be able to look back and be like, oh my God, we had a blast that night. I remember this. I remember that, So I'm thankful for all of those things. Marilyn, I love you so
Aw.
much. Rest in peace. Thank you for everything that you have taught me. Thank you for being there and accepting me and my children no matter what. I promise to raise your grandson with grace. I promise he will be the gentleman that you have always wanted him to be. I will speak life and positivity in him as long as I have life in my body. And may you rest in peace. I dedicate this Thanksgiving and this segment to you.
That's so powerful. And y'all wonder why I picked Penelope to be on this platform? She's sincere. She's my fellow Sagittarian. Like, I know her without knowing her, but I know her. So I know her. You know what I'm saying? So
know
I
my heart, I
appreciate
know
your
yours.
sincerity.
No problem. Mac, what you grateful? What are you grateful and thankful?
Oh, let me tell you, like, y'all don't have enough time for my Thanksgiving. Quite frankly, I shouldn't even be sitting here with an audible voice right now. I mean, if I had time to share my story, I would. But let me just say this. Quite frankly, based on my story, I should be a statistic. But I created another statistic. I didn't become the statistic that society said I should have become because of all of my risk factors, right? If you have a lot of risk factors, then that means you're probably going to be challenged in terms of success. But what I'm thankful for is I went to, so at 16 I was removed from my home, and I was placed in this place with other young adolescent girls who were having other issues and this, that, and the other.
Foster
It
care
wasn't
or not?
foster care
Okay.
at all, but what it was I couldn't go home, so they had to find me somewhere to go. So I went to this place. So I'm in this place, and I'm watching how all these girls that have been through a lot of the things that I have been through in life, gone in the mind, gone. Like, not even aware of their present circumstances, gone. You know what I'm saying? Just split off into personalities and all that type of stuff. And what I'm thankful for is that no matter what I've experienced in life, no matter the path that brought me from home all the way round about the periphery back to who I am today, I'm very grateful that God kept me in my right mind.
Yes.
I'm very grateful that he didn't let me lose it while I saw people losing it around me who had circumstances less than mine. Snapping. And I'm grateful that he used me even in those places to be a motivator or a light for the other girls in those places. Like, I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what your life circumstances were. I don't care what the projection is supposed to be for your life because of what you've been through. I'm thankful that he put a drive in me to not use the tragedy or the challenges as excuses, but he put a drive in me to overcome that.
And want more.
And want
and go
more.
harder.
He didn't let me lose it when I saw people losing it for less than what I went through. That's what I'm thankful for. What I'm also thankful for is that I went through a lot to get to who I am today, right? But what I recognize is that had I not gone through all that, I would not be who I am today. So I'm also thankful for the challenges. I'm also thankful for the tragedies. I'm also thankful for the losses. I'm also thankful for people that gave up on me, that motivated me. Because people giving up on you can either discourage you or motivate you. But for me, it motivated me. Like, people look at me today and never thought I would be, and I ain't where I want to be. So I have yet to arrive. Understand that.
But they ain't
But
where they
I'm
thought
not
you
where
was
you
gonna end
thought
up
I was going to be. And so
Yeah.
I'm thankful that God has used my life as a testimony of overcoming obstacles, right? and just going on and just doing what it is your life is purposed to do, regardless as to what you've been through.
And it's hard.
It's very
It's so
hard.
hard.
It's hard. It's very hard. But I'm I'm thankful for the good things. I'm thankful for the bad things, because the bad things are what set me up to be the person that I am today in terms of a good person. You understand what I'm saying? So, Mark.
And I want to add to that before you speak, Mark, because there is, like they say, there is no testimony without test. So, like you said, hadn't you gone through those things, hadn't you experienced those things, you wouldn't have a story to tell.
Absolutely.
So that's why some of our great leaders are who they are and so well respected because of what they have done, and what they've been through.
The overcoming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of people go through things in life, and everybody has tragedies and circumstances, but what do you do with them? Do you allow them to destroy you, or do you allow them to motivate you? And that's a choice. That part's a
Absolutely.
choice. You didn't have a choice about the circumstance, but you had a choice about how you handled that circumstance. Am I going to, if this person doesn't love me, am I going to look at myself as a failure? Or if this person doesn't love me, am I going to better myself to make sure I'm lovable? You understand what I'm saying? So, Mark, what talk to us about what you thankful for this year, despite it all.
You know what? It all.
It all.
Like you said, even the bad
Yeah.
things. You know what I mean? But first I'll start off by saying, shit, I'm thankful to be alive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Say
saying?
that. Say that.
Because I've seen too many people with my own eyes within the last 3 years take their last breath, like in my face.
So when people use that phrase, I'm thankful for life, health, and strength,
Man, listen,
and they use it colloquially,
come on, man, like
it
that's-
really means something to you.
bro. Like, yeah, to see, that happened to two people that so close to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's so close to time frame, and then many other around the same time period. It just, I don't know, man. The perspective that I have of life right now, and appreciating every little drop of the sun that shines in the daytime, and the wind that blows, and the tree, like I'm appreciative of everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm almost like I'm living in third person, man. Like like I'm just I'm watching my
Watching
own
your life from the periphery. Whew.
You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say that.
But I'm thankful for, like I said, everything, man. Like to be able to do the things that I'm doing, like I'm doing, and I'm thankful to be in sound mind enough to be able to work from home and impact people the way that I do, and the platform. I'm thankful for y'all, like each and every one of y'all individually. I love all of y'all so much individually, like for who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? Fuck being a part of the platform, like the people that I had, you know what I'm saying, like y'all, I consider
The
y'all
connections you've been able to make.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, and it's just so much, like you said, man. I don't have time in this hour show
Say that.
to encompass everything that I'm thankful for, and I don't even know if I have words, if I can find words to accurately describe how thankful I am for some of these things, like even the bad things, even with all of the shit that I'm going through with my youngest son's mom. I'm appreciative of her, right? Because
She brought forth that life.
that the positive contribution that she did deposit into my life. I'm thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? And on top of the experience, you know what I'm saying, that's helping me to shape me, educate me. I'm learning a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't. It's like I've reached a stage in my life where it's like losses aren't losses. Like it's a
Losses to
learning.
me are lessons.
Yeah, it's a learning experience.
What do
It's
you
a
gain
lesson.
from this moment? Like, experience it, feel it, embrace it, you know, all of that, but also learned from it. You know what I'm saying?
As crazy as it may sound, when I was really going through my journey, in the midst of it, I was in my support group and I would read comments. And one of the comments I read was that one of the ladies, she had survivor's remorse. And I didn't know what that was.
That's a real thing.
And when I
I
went
had it.
and I looked it up, I was still going through my journey pretty heavy then, especially through treatment. And I noticed, and I don't really tell people this, but I know what it is and what it feels like now, because I be so happy and so elated and so full of life and just ready to project that on to other people. And then I find a young lady my age who didn't make it, you know? And it was like, and I know we're not supposed to question God, and I don't, but sometimes I find myself asking why, you know, why was it like, because this was just a year ago, and stuff happened so fast that sometimes I forget how, you know, recent it really was. But it makes me feel a certain type of way when I see somebody that not just losing the battle to cancer, that's just gone. Like damn, they ain't make it. You know, it's
life battle.
A bittersweet thing when it comes to celebrating how far you've come across. And I remember back in the early 2000s, I was dating a guy and he was shot 8 times, right? And he was like, it was bad. It was really, really bad. 8 times, you can just about imagine. Bullets through his mouth, lodged, teeth wired, and everything. But I remember that when he was able to speak, he told me that when he was able to open up his eyes and look at the window, kind of like what you were saying, Mark, he was like, I appreciated the sun. I appreciated like the birds, the trees, and things of that sort. And while we speaking about being grateful and thankful, these are things that we don't necessarily think about on a daily basis. We get up and we proceed to go about our day as normal, you know. But when you have a moment or a situation that is like kind of giving you a lifeline, that shit is scary. I watched a movie yesterday. It was called like something on Tubi called In a Split Second. And as I was watching this movie, I felt like I was watching my life. It was a young lady with kids, you know, had stage 2 breast cancer, had to have both of her breasts removed just like how I did. And thank God it was like a good ending where she, you know, she made it and she had a supportive family. But when I look at these situations, it's so saddening, you know. And that's why I say around this time, it's a depressive time, because people are battling like depression real bad, real bad, because it's people out here feel like they don't have nobody. What I got to live for, who I have to go eat dinner with, who I have to go do these things. So I often feel that survivor's remorse thing. I didn't even think that was a thing before. But it really is. And then
it is a thing.
I hate to see it, and I hate to ask. Like when I see like somebody who passed away, you know, it's rude and, you know, insensitive to ask how. But I be wondering, like, man, how did she was doing
happened?
so good?
You know, last time I saw her,
just seen her. She was
talked.
happy. She was this. She was that. And it's like, we know life is short, and we say that all the time because it's such a cliche thing to say. But man, it really is. Like I could be talking to y'all today, and next week one of us may not be here.
That's what I'm saying. Like I
that shit is crazy.
Mark sent me a DM on Messenger. He was like, it was one of the guests that we had on the podcast. He's also a podcaster, right? And he was like, "Did you see that he died?" I'm like, "What?" So I went and I looked. I'm like, "Oh my God, he gone. Nobody even knew." You know what I'm saying? 1 minute you here, 1 minute you gone, and I think as humans, we have to learn how to cherish the time that we have with people, right? We can be beefed out, we can be estranged or whatever, but at what point does that supersede does the love and the connectedness and the relationship supersede the bullshit? You understand what I'm saying? Like, how long does the bullshit have to go on, and does it go on to the grave?
Well, for some people it does. And one thing that I have been taught and I have been learned to do is to do what I'm supposed to do regardless.
And whatever they do is
and,
on them.
and whatever
They're
they
accountable
do
for it.
That's
is
called
on them.
integrity.
As
Yeah.
as
Doing
long
what's
as
right
long as I
when
do
nobody's
what
around.
what I'm supposed to do at all times,
Yeah.
and I hold myself at a certain standard, then I'm okay. As long as I tried and I went through all the steps, then you know what, I'm okay with that, because that's all I can do at the end of the day. Now, as far as the other person is concerned, that's something that you got to live with and take up on your own. There's absolutely nothing that I can do about it. And I am a person who moves by spirit. So instead of me saying, "Oh, I thought about her the other day," I'm gonna call you.
When you thought about
When
it.
I thought about you,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be like, "What's up, Mac? How you doing? I ain't want nothing. I'm just doing
Checking
a
on
welfare
you,
check.
you know?
You and your son, okay? Because you on my mind for a reason. So I have learned. I was taught that when the spirit moved me to go ahead and put action behind that. And I pray for discernment for so long that I know when something ain't right. I know it. I feel it. You know. So even when it's people, I reached out to someone the other day that I haven't talked to in a while. And, I didn't really get the response that I was looking for. But guess what? I did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
If anything was to happen or anything transpire from this point on, I know that I can look at that last conversation and I know I was like, "Hey, how you doing? Haven't heard from you in a while. I just wanted to let you know that I was thinking about you and I love you and I hope everything okay with y'all." I did my part,
Absolutely.
I
Yep.
won't block people anymore. I was a really big blocker at one point. And when my cousin died, the one that I carry on my chest, we were speaking at the time, but we were, he was blocked. So I couldn't see the responses of him saying good morning or whatnot in the text messages. And I didn't realize that until he was gone. So this is my thing. If I don't want to be bothered with you, you're not blocked. I'm just not going to answer the phone, and my phone just may be on do not disturb. I'm not blocking people anymore. I'm not taking that much energy to do X, Y, and Z. I'm just gonna let the phone ring, and then if I feel like answering the phone, I will. And if I don't, I don't. Because what I don't want to happen is for me to block you, and we be in this whole spat about some BS, right? And then that's the last conversation, that's the last memory, that's the last thought that I have of you is us on bad terms. And that's something that I got to live with.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I'm going to do, what I'm supposed to do at all times. I'm going to speak. I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to carry myself as a lady, as a woman, as I should. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have integrity, like Mark said. Now, anything other than that, that's what everybody else, that's what them to deal with. And it's hard because you know what that is? That's moving with grace right there. That's part of moving with grace when you are constantly being, some people would say being a bigger person and stuff like that. But we got to learn how to also calm our people down. We be in so many situations. You say you love people. When you see people getting rowdy, about to start the rah-rah, let's be a reasonable voice. Let's be the voice of reason to say, "Hey, bro, it ain't even got to go that far. This don't make you no hoe ass nigga. Ain't nobody trying to say, you this, you that." Same thing with the females, because everybody want to be so tough. It's so much anger and so much hardness out here that y'all won't make no room for no love.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's free. It's simple. It's easy. It's easier to love and be kind to somebody than it is for you to be hateful and malicious. I don't care what
Absolutely.
nobody say.
And let's start moving in the direction of healing, right? Let's start moving in the direction of reconciliation. Like a lot of people, like including myself, because I have a very disconnected relationship with my family, so I'm always telemarketing at holiday time trying to figure out where the fuck I'm gonna go. Me and my kid. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm laughing, but it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I want to speak to those people, right, who are out here, who have strained relationships. You don't have the traditional holiday, right? What I have learned and what has worked for me, not having my mom, my dad is deceased, my best friend, my brother is deceased. I have 3 sisters out here and another little brother that I don't have a relationship with. And so holidays are weird as fuck because everybody is at the family event but me. And I'm at somebody else's family event.
And don't you get tired of that?
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm grateful for the invitation, but I want to be amongst my own family playing cards and doing TikToks and all that other stuff. It's like I always got to be at somebody else's. And we got a big family, though. That's crazy. I'm one of those people who admire those families who get together, who it's like 15, 20 of them, and they sitting down, and we got family. I don't know what we got to do to get to that point, but I admire that, cousin nights. Oh, it's like you and 5, 6 of y'all cousins, and y'all just hanging out because at one point before we had friends, we had cousins. Our cousins were our friends. You get what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Our cousins was our friends. We ain't no damn friends. We had classmates, but at the end of the day, our family was everything. So I feel you on that, Mac. I used to be the one like they be like, you can come over. You and the kids can come over.
We can, and I would, but it's like.
Yeah, that part.
But and I appreciate it, and it's so appreciated, but it's like.
But you know what I did, man? I'm going to tell you what I did. I started creating those memories for my own. And even though I did not have the 10 to 12 people that I always admired other families to have, I had me, I had my children, my brother came through every holiday. My mom came, a couple friends came. So who needed to be there were there. I had them there. And it wasn't always like that. I'm like, hey, you know what? My house, I've been living on my own since I was 18. And if we think about it, this is a conversation that we need to have. I will be 37 in a couple weeks, right? Mm-hmm. Soon. Not that soon, but I have to step up into big shoes. I'm getting older now. Mm-hmm. Conversation has to be met because at some point, I'm going to be the matriarch of my family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to be the one making the dressing, making the gravy.
Setting the standard.
Setting the standards.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be the decision maker. I'm going to be the one there. So it starts now. Yeah. I'm not saying that it should not have been started and that I have not been transitioning into that, but I will say it's scary. So I hear a lot of people post and say things like, holidays ain't the same no more because such and such ain't here. And when I go over grandma, but you know what? They gave us the blueprint.
Not only that.
So it's up to us to go ahead and follow it. We got enough kids. We got enough aunties, uncles, it's enough of us because let me tell you something. When somebody died, we partying like a motherfucker. Let me tell you something. When somebody's birthday come, we having a big ass bash. We can get together for that. So why can't we take that blueprint that was given to us, right? And why can't we sponsor these holidays like we supposed to do it? Because we are at that age where we should be doing that.
But you know what? Let me say this. Irrespective of all of that, what we have to do in order to maintain a level of sanity in these holidays where we don't have the traditional family situations, we don't have the traditional family circumstances, we don't have the opportunity to just enjoy the holidays for the holidays because it's connected to trauma, abandonment, rejection, or whatever, right? But what I had to learn, because holidays used to be a dread for me. And they used to be a dread for me because I always focused on what I did not have and who was not in my life.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said the depressive season I was speaking about.
And so what I growing up because the family always focused on what we didn't have because they're trying to compensate for the holiday, buying shit that they don't need. Now everybody's stressing out about bills. And shit. So now that was a stressful time for me. You know what I'm saying? Even still to this day, it's like the saying that it's like a cycle, like they never left.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this: what can we do?
This is it.
Break the
appreciate. No, you have to not so much focus on who's not there, but appreciate the ones who are. Because I used to, and I didn't realize I was doing this until it was brought to my attention. Somebody call in 313-723-0481.
Yeah,
Talk
do
to
ring.
us.
You
But
know what,
I used to always like be like, I don't have my mama. I don't have, and it was the end of the world. But I had all these other people that loved me. I had all these other people that um, wanted to be there for me and tried to be there for me. And I used to dismiss those people
What's
because they
going
weren't
on?
Because
the
it
people
wasn't
I
who-
wanted.
Caller, what's happening? Who's this? Where you calling from? What's up, Michaela?
Hey y'all, this Shell. What's going on?
What's going on, Kayla?
Hey, I'm just
How are
calling
you? I hope
in.
everything's all right.
Yeah, I'm calling in. I'm down here at the hospital. Everything is stable, but it just gives me an opportunity to call you guys and say, I'm just thankful for life, and we take things a lot for granted, and we may leave out the door and not say, or we may be on bad terms or something like that, or you may forget to say I love you or something like that, and then you have some shit happen like what happened today, and then you remember like, just I just want to say, just take the time out if you got some grudges or you got some shit that you want to patch it up, and you might not have to patch it up for nobody else, but just patch it up for you. You know what I'm saying? So your heart is good, and you can move forward. You know what I'm saying? Because you may not. A lot of us take life for granted, and you may not get that opportunity to patch it up. You may not get that opportunity to say, I apologize for whatever I had in that. You know what I'm saying? So just wanted to call you guys and say, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I mean, I'm thankful for y'all, the whole Seven Mile family. And just say, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's Thanksgiving. We're going into a whole nother year. Don't go into another year with your heart, fucked up. Just make sure you right. So, if something happens, God forbid, you know what I'm saying, you're okay with you. You know what I'm saying, and your decisions that you made in life. So
I agree. And
How's Corey doing?
he's okay, he's stable, and I'll call Mac and I'll call y'all tomorrow and we'll talk, off the air, and we'll talk more about it. But I just wanted to tap in with y'all for a minute and let you know that we stable right now, and just wish y'all a happy Thanksgiving. And Mac, I'll get with you, on Friday or probably Friday, and or I'll text you and let you know what's going on, too. And we'll touch bases, but I just wanted to call in and say, I love y'all, and just we need to go into the new year and not take people for granted in our life. We really need to just patch up whatever the shit is and just say, hey, it is what it is, and even if that other person be like, oh no, fuck it, I'm gonna hold this grudge. As long as you okay and you free from it, nothing else matters, because that means you free from you're free, and that's what matters.
oh, absolutely, Michaela. And big prayers out to Corey and you. We want you here as usual, but of course you gotta take care of your family. And I hope all is well. Make sure you check back in and update us on the status after
I
the show.
will.
All right,
Yeah, I
babe.
will. I will. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, to all our listeners. We appreciate y'all every Wednesday. Happy Thanksgiving. And just spend some time with your family. Reach out to somebody you haven't reached out to. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't heard from in a while, just send a text or something and say, hey, I was just thinking about you, because this time of the year, it's hard, especially for the people that we have lost over the past year or even the years prior. Just check on your strong people. I mean, all of us need a little bit of prayer and a little bit of love this time of season.
Most definitely, Michaela. We appreciate you calling, sister.
All right, y'all have a good night and happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You too, Michaela. Thanks for calling in, babe. Is it anybody else out there who want to call in the phone lines before we end the show? Tell us what you're thankful for, what you're cooking tonight. I know my mama making her famous German chocolate cake. I cannot wait to taste it.
German chocolate cake. Man, It's been a while
Listen,
since I had a good German chocolate cake.
you know what? You know how my mama feel about you. I'm gonna have to go ahead and bring you a
Please?
mom.
Can you please? Hey, mama. Hey,
Mom.
mama. I know you love me. I love you too. Can I have a German chocolate cake, please? At least a slice. Give me a slice, mama. That's all I need.
While we talking about that, guys, and I did send you the flyer. Mark is gonna put it up. I just want to let you guys know that this Sunday coming up, we are going to be having a skating party. It's going to be at Royal Skateland from 2 to 5. And it is a family event. It's for everybody. You can bring your mom, your kids, friends, anybody out.
I think we got another caller coming in. What's going on, caller? Who is this? Where you calling from?
My name's Craig, calling from the west side of Detroit.
What's going on, Craig?
Craig or Creed? Which one was that?
Creed, like the movie Creed.
Oh, okay,
Creed, what's going on with you? What's happening? Happy Thanksgiving.
Well, and happy Thanksgiving. Now, I really, you know what? At all intents and purposes, I probably should be an extremely bitter person, but I'm not. I'm actually very, very thankful. Because this same time last year for Thanksgiving, I was absolutely humiliated and embarrassed by my ex-fiance.
Wow. Please tell us, Creed.
But, and it goes a little deeper than that. Now, this same time last year, right, and believe it or not, my birthday is usually like a week to 10 days before Thanksgiving, so my birthday actually just passed.
Someone was detected at
So,
the front door.
and I was fighting colon cancer
Wow.
this same time last year. And with this small amount of people that I did have a small amount of people in my corner that helped me out.
How's that coming along for you?
I lost a cousin. Oh, I'm cancer free now.
Okay.
Cancer free now.
Thank you. Praise God. That's what I wanted to hear.
That's a testimony. That's
Yes.
something to be
Thank you.
God
for.
is everything.
That's something to be thankful
But here's
for.
the flipped out part now. Now my ex-fiance has cancer.
Oh my God. Whoa. What?
Ex-fiance, you said though?
Yeah.
So did you guys?
Now she has cancer.
So when you say ex-fiance, you guys were together when you had cancer. You guys were together, right?
No.
No. Okay. Got you. All right. So you had it, and then your ex-fiance. Now she has it. And if you don't mind me asking, what kind of cancer does she have?
Lymphoma.
Wow.
What stage?
It's like early stages.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot. How is she doing?
Coming along good.
But you got
Have to be
that
expected.
faith though, right? Because it brought you through, right? So it can bring her through too, right?
Yeah. Right, but the thing is, last year, like I said, I'm just gonna be real. A lot of people showed their ass to me last year, and now they paying for it now.
What you mean by that?
But I'm praying for them. Like I said, last year, my ex-fiance, she doesn't live in Michigan, but she came up here to visit. And she came up here not alone, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Meaning
She was an ex-fiance, so she had moved on and brought her partner with her. Is that what you're saying? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think that's a wise thing to do?
What was she coming here for? To see you?
For Thanksgiving. Not just for me, but normal family thing. But at the same time, why would you bring her? If you knew your ex-fiance, if your ex-man was coming,
She should have at least had that conversation with you, though. You feel like?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I didn't even know that I didn't even know that this was some sort of relationship going on.
So you were blindsided.
You dig what I'm saying? Exactly. So I'm sitting there I'm sitting there, damn near looking like Skeletor, half dying, because I used to be 300 pounds. I was 174 at that time.
Mm.
Whole family and looking at me, it was a complete terror. Her family, I mean. Moving on to something else. I had a good friend I know for 40 years, and I'm not trying to hold y'all up. I know y'all trying to wrap the show up.
Go
But
ahead.
good friend I know for 40 years. He was gonna come move in with to help me out, knowing I was sick, and he needed somewhere to stay, and he disappeared. Knowing I kind of needed him, because keep in mind, like I said, I don't know if you've seen anybody with cancer. They losing weight, they losing muscle mass. A lot of things were going wrong with my body at that time.
You weak, you fatigued, nauseated, mentally impaired.
Then, at that time, I didn't even know I had cancer.
So you didn't know why you were going through all these symptoms and experiencing these things.
No, didn't know at all. I mean, I had a clue something was wrong, but I didn't know to what extent. So then he disappears, and I hear he's just talking all kinds of shit about me. So I'm like, okay, here's somebody else showing their ass to.
So first the ex-fiance and then your friend.
Someone was suggested that your front
Right. I mean, the friend was first. Ex-fiance was second, right on Thanksgiving last year.
So let me ask you this: what's your name, bro?
Creed.
Okay. What about those situations? What did those situations teach you? One, and then two, what are you thankful about in terms of going through those situations that have taught you that and gave you more wisdom?
It taught me what I'm thankful for is that God showed me who's in my corner, who's not, who's really for me, who's not.
And you find that out in them dark situations, those trial situations.
Man, I was this close to taking my own life. I was this close to taking my own life.
Well, we glad you didn't, bro.
Okay,
and I'm
you have
sure
to
there's
understand.
purpose attached to your life, man.
Yeah, I'm still here, so yeah, it's definitely a purpose. And keep in mind, like I said, after she left, I live alone now. I'm pretty much doing this stuff alone, going to chemo alone.
How many more treatments do you have left?
Oh no, like I said, everything's done. I'm cancer free now. It was a tumor that had to be surgically removed, so that was done in June.
Gotcha.
So you on the other side of that thing now, right?
Right.
So that's something to be thankful for. Like God healed you.
I'm extremely. For myself,
Absolutely.
I'm overjoyed with thankfulness.
Are you?
But it's just sad that these people won't be able to enjoy those things. Will not be able to enjoy those things with
They wasn't
me.
meant for this season of your life, bro. Everybody is meant for a season or a reason or forever. And some people are not meant to be there in every part of the process of your life, right? And so whoever's in your life right now that's supportive and encouraging you are the ones that are supposed to be in your life. And I think that's what we as people have to understand. Like, nobody is really obligated to us, like, honestly. And those that are there, we have to learn how to be appreciative of what we have and not so much concerned about what we don't have, because that's where a lot of my depression came from, right? I was so worried about who wasn't there that I didn't honor those that were there. I didn't honor the season I was in. I was holding on to the season I wanted to be in. And so my words to people in these holiday seasons that don't have the traditional circumstances, because I don't, and I had to learn to make the adjustment. I had to learn to value the people that are here, value the people that are present, value not just what I hold on to and wished about my past, but appreciate what's happening in my present. And I'm not saying it negates the impact of the past. It's there. It's always going to be there, and it'll the intensity will lessen. But if we dwell there, then it's very difficult for us to enjoy holidays, because it's a lot of us out here that dread holidays because our holidays aren't traditional. Our families aren't traditional. Our circumstances aren't traditional. And it's like, I don't have, this person ain't there, that person ain't there. And so holidays are dreadful, right? But if we honor our present, and we honor who our support system is today, and we honor the people that are present today, like, I had to get to a point where I said, you know what? I'm not going to dishonor the present because of the past.
And I wanted to tell you this, Creed. By me being a cancer survivor, I can absolutely relate to you about the situations when it comes to people showing up, especially when you feel like the people who you thought that should be there the most, they weren't. But I do want to say this to you. Everybody can't go, and that applies to anything you do in life and whatever direction that you're going in.
Yeah.
And I also want to tell you that I learned this throughout my journey, that I was so upset at certain people, like, oh, this been my friend for this many years, and they not there, and they not visiting, and they not showing up in a way that I think they should. But one thing that somebody taught me, and it stuck with me, he taught me that you cannot be upset by the way other people respond.
Right.
Or you cannot be upset because people don't respond the way you want them to.
Right.
And that is so much easier said than done, Creed, because in that moment, I didn't understand that. I'm like, what do you mean? Yes, I can, because I did this, I did that, I did this. But it's not about that. It's not about the counting favors. It's about people. You just cannot expect people to move in the manner that you move.
Don't expect
So-
you from them.
Right. So that is so
Right.
that's,
I understand. Yeah.
that's so relatable. And I do want to let you know this, though. You may have felt like you lost some people, but just like Max said, everybody that you need is right there in your corner.
Absolutely.
Every time I thought I lost a person, Creed, I gained a person. I gained so many wonderful people that I had never met a day in my life, and they are
Penelope.
still in my life right now. Still people that I can call on and reach on to this day. So I do not want you to hold on to this, and I don't want you to be bitter about it, because let me tell you something. I want you to put power behind those words, survivor. I want you to say that with pride, because you came a long way, and I had to realize that too. We don't give ourselves enough grace when we have battled an illness such as cancer, and I don't care what kind you had. Just know that you are a fighter, and you did that. Anybody who ain't around now, baby, they weren't supposed to be in the first place. You will be placed. God will sit you down, and he will place people in your life that need to be there, and he will take away those who don't. So
And that's,
I
think
want to
that-
congratulate you. I'm sorry, Matt.
Yeah, go
Because
ahead.
you know
No.
this is personal to
Go
me.
ahead. I know.
I want to congratulate you on ringing that bell. I want to congratulate you on being cancer free, my brother, because I know personally firsthand how hard that journey is, okay? And you're going to be all right.
And then we have to look at sometimes when we go through adversity, right? We have to recognize that even in that adversity, God is trying to show us some things. Whoever you identify God as, because I'm not even about to be, conflicting with no religion. Everybody has a God, whatever you see him as. He has a purpose for your life. And sometimes he removes people while we think it's abandonment, and when we think it's rejection, it's him removing people that mean us no good, which means it's not just rejection, it's protection.
And we pray for these things and we don't realize that it's happening when it's happening. We'll say, Lord, please remove anything that doesn't mean
And
me
then
no
let 'em
good
remove your
and no
mama.
alignment, or you know what I'm saying? Something like, you said something like that, or you'll wonder why this person ain't calling your phone no more. Hey, I ain't heard from such and such. Well, you know what? You prayed for that drama to be
Yeah,
removed.
you better be careful what
prayed
you
for
ask
you
for
not to
out
be
here in these streets.
for you not to be, involved in those type of things. So
And I look at like I've had to learn the thing that got me through holidays as of late in the last few years was appreciating the present and not worrying and dwelling on the past. Like, because if I appreciate the people that are here, what's wrong? Oh, if I appreciate the people that are here, then I'm not worried about those that are not. I care about them, but I'm not worried about them. I'm going to stay in the present, and I'm going to just embrace this moment. Penelope, we got to wrap up. I didn't even realize we was at an hour, but I guess we are.
We had a good night. I'm so glad hearing everything and everybody was thankful for. And remember, you can't grieve so hard over the dead that you forget about the living.
Absolutely.
I love y'all. Happy Turkey Day. Everybody be safe, drink responsibly, and enjoy your family.
And my final thought is just be thankful. Be giving. If you have an abundance, give back. If you don't have what you think you should have, be appreciative of what you have. Let Thanksgiving be a time of coming together and just being appreciative of family, friends. What is the other word? Just association, or just commingling, or just even being in the congregation or in the vicinity of people that you love. So enjoy the holidays. Be safe.
Be nice.
Be nice. Be kind. Dwell in the present. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about tomorrow. Seize the day. Carpe diem. And we out this month.
We out.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile